Hi guys, and welcome back to my second video. I appreciate everyone that watched the first one. I had some lovely comments and some lovely messages on Instagram. So today's video I'm going to be talking about 10 sales I've had on eBay. I'm going to be talking about where I picked them up. So hopefully you get something out of this, and I hope you enjoy this video. So let's get into it. The first items are actually Warhammer. I went to they call it a jumble trail in England, so it's pretty much where it's like a town-wide sale, to be honest. So like you'll get a map, and they'll have different houses that are selling different things. On this map it said Warhammer, so I made my way there. I thought if it's someone who doesn't know too much, I might be able to get a deal. And then I was also thinking, if it's someone who knows a shitloads, it's going to be expensive. So I made my way over there after I've been to a few other houses. Got there and he was like, yeah, just take it all for £10. It was this watchtower, and then there was also a book, a kind of what looked like a game, because I don't know much about Warhammer at all, but I know that some of it's worth some good money, and also a boxed figure. So I was just like, yeah, I'll take it for a tenner. If it's worth 20 quid, happy days. It could be worth a shitload more. But as you can see from these sales, I sold what they call the King of Bretonia for £80 plus postage. I could have waited and got, I don't know, 120 in like a couple of months time, but I'd rather just flip it over quickly. It cost me a tenner for the lot, so £80 for one figure is insane. And then I also sold what they call the Bretonian Battalion, so I'm reading on my phone here, and the Grail Knights, and that was heavily incomplete. I was missing loads of things, but I still managed to get £100 for it. So if you see these Bretonians, worth coinage, absolute coin. And I sold the book for 25 quid, as well as the watchtower for 40 quid. Again, could have got more if I waited, but I'm more in the business of flipping stuff quickly. Someone else can make their money on it, but I've made my money and I've moved it on quickly. So moving on to the next item, I actually brought these boots from a car boot sale. These were sat on the floor. It was like, again, I think I spoke in the last video, I might not have, but I never usually go to the middle, just cleaning my desk, just casually in a video. Yeah, I never usually go to the middle aisles in the car boot sales because I think they're overly picked. But again, I done it this time, and these were sat on the floor in a men's size 10, so men's football boots, and they're Adidas Predators, the Champions League purple ones, as you'll see in the picture here, and they're going for really good money. I sold them for 55 quid within a week. I paid 2 quid for them, easy flip. Always look out for Adidas Predators in men's sizes, even if they're the newer ones. If you can pick them up for a couple of quid, I'm sure you'll get 15 plus post at least. But the older they get, the more money you're going to get. These weren't like pro ones, they were more academy boots, but they're old, so people still want them. They were, yeah, XTRX SGs. Who knows? And then moving on to the next one, this was from the same jumble trail. He had a load of James Bond books, and he had a little label sticking out of them that said like first edition and that kind of thing. I picked up 6 books for 50 quid, which I thought was a bit steep, but he's a lovely old man. He was buzzing about it, he shook my hand and that, so I thought, even if I've just made his day, it's worth 60 quid, isn't it? But yeah, I looked them up, and I've got 5 of them were book club ones, which are really not worth much at all. You'll get around a tenner each. So I was thinking, well, it's a bit of a shit buy, I'll probably break even. But then I had the, as you'll see here, James Bond Golden Gun first edition in there. And I looked it up, and some were selling for like 40 quid for some reason, and then some were selling for like 150, 160. I put up for 150 or best offer, and got an offer within a day for 100. And then I just waited on the offer. I left it on there for like 12 hours, something like that. Checked the views on my listing, I'd had like 14 views. So I thought, yeah, I'll just take the 100 quid. So I paid 60 quid for the lot. I've sold 2 other books for 20 quid, so I've got 120 out of it. Done my money before fees. So we'll take that so far. And then all the other books are profit, but it'll only be another 30 quid, something like that. But still, if you look out for this book here, Golden Gun by Ian Fleming, it's a James Bond book. If you open a page, and I'll show you on the screenshots, if it says first published and then a date, and then there's no other dates after it, that means you've got the first edition. But make sure on the back it doesn't say book club, because they're not really worth much at all. On to the next one. These aren't crazy profit here, but I just thought it's cool to show you that you can pick up stuff from retail. These are Disney Cars Fair Game. It's just a Disney car, and I looked them up when I was in the Disney store. They're a £5 each, and they popped up that they go for around 16 quid. So I listed them and they sold within a week. It's not crazy profit, it's double your money after fees, but it's bread and butter sales, it pays the bills, so we'll take it. And it shows you that you can go to the Disney store, piss about in there for a couple of hours, get a bit of nostalgia, maybe not a couple of hours, piss about in there for about half hour, get some nostalgia and make some money at the same time. Can't beat it. So the next item you've got is this Juniper, I believe it's a server box, something like that, or server gateway. I'm really not sure what it is, but I brought in a bundle from a car boot sale for, so I brought out someone's whole car boot, like their stall, for 400 quid. And this was in it, and it worked out I paid around a tenner for this. And it sold for 230 quid within a couple of weeks. So this is another brand to look out for, Juniper, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. But if you see stuff like that, the car boot sale, server stuff, anything to do with offices, look it up, and especially if it's got the Juniper brand, then you could be in for some really good money. I had another one of these that was used that I sold for 220, so even if you get them used, they're still worth crazy money. Next item we've got, again from that jumble sale, or jumble trail, we've got a St Laurent chorus. This was actually, so they had a stall outside someone's house, and they literally had a donation box. So I pulled up and I saw this in between all these cuddly toys, and it also came with this other one that's sold that I'll show you in a sec. And I was just like, yeah, it's worth a go. I thought chorus, I didn't see the I did see the St Laurent, I'm chatting shit, but I thought it might be worth 30 quid, something like that. So I put a little £4 donation for the £2 each. I got in the car and I realised it's a vintage one, which means I got £70 for it. So at the bottom you'll see, I'll try and show it in the pictures, but you'll see that it says 50ml, but it's kind of embossed and you can't really see it. That means it's vintage. The newer ones you can see the 50ml or 100ml because they're in white. So if you see it embossed, pick it up because it's a vintage one, and people seem to think that the vintage ones are better. So we'll take that. That sold for 70 quid, and the other one was an Oriflame Midsummer Man. Never heard of that, but I was the only one listed on eBay. I whacked it up for 20 quid, and it sold again within the first month. So we'll take that. Little £2 into 70 and a £2 into 20. Can't go wrong. This next item was also from the same stall. This one was a bit of a gamble. I thought, it's a folder. How much money can you actually get for a folder? And it turns out quite a lot. Not quite a lot, but this sold again within the first month. It's a Jurassic Park dinosaur Tyrannosaurus Rex folder. It was great condition, to be fair, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's from 1992, before I was born. But yeah, that sold for 15 quid plus post, and it sold again within the first month. So I was buzzing with that, and I paid 20p for that. Some people might say you should have donated a bit more, but 20p for a folder. Got to go for it sometimes, haven't you? Next thing, again, this was from the, I seem to be talking about bundles, but I buy a lot of bundles. This was from the car boot sale one again. This is just a box of cable. It's nothing exciting, but this cost me around a tenner as well, and it sold for £80 quick. So I probably could have got more for it, but it was heavy as fuck. It took up loads of room, so I thought I'll take 80 quid for that. Literally all I done was put some black wrap around it and then just sent off in it. I got positive feedback. So yeah, look out for Connectix cabling systems. It was actually a BT one. So yeah, if you see boxes of cables, worth picking them up if you get them for the right price. This next one is a great sale, one of my best recently. This is a camera that you all need to be looking out for. Olympus Mu MJU. I've sold a fair few of these in the past. I was flipping them off of eBay, back onto eBay at one point, but that dried up. But yeah, this is the top of the range one. This is a Mewtwo, just Mewtwo. You get Mewtwo zooms that are worth a little bit less, still like 140 for some of them, but just look them up. This was a Mewtwo, I think they call it a stylus, something like that. This one, I walked up to a stall at a car boot sale, saw an Olympus case, I thought, you got to check it and you never know. Opened it up, Mewtwo. I was like, wow, okay. Asked the bloke how much he wanted. He was like, yeah, £3. Just dashed him £3 straight away. I probably could have got it for £2, but I knew it was worth big coinage, so I just dived in with it. So I actually originally thought I was going to get about £2.50 for it, but the battery door had broken a little bit, so it wouldn't stay shut. So I had to drop it a little bit in price, but I got £2.10 for it, plus postage to America, which I believe was £25 post or something like that. Made a little money on the postage. So yeah, £2.10 plus £25 post, £2.35 for a camera I paid £3 for. You can't really go wrong with it. Another great sale. And now we're moving on to the last sale here, and this just shows that you can sell anything. This is actually a PS1 box. It was absolutely mashed up, like a dog had eaten the side of it. Well, not a dog, but it had a hole in the side. I managed to get £25 for just a box with the inserts in it, plus postage, which I thought was actually mental. £25 for an empty box, and it's going to South Africa. But yeah, crazy sale there. You can sell anything, and I hope you've got some value out of this video. If you have, drop me a like, subscribe if you really want to, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Check out my podcast, it's Boyzie Buys on Spotify and iTunes. I'm dropping another episode this week if you're into reselling and all that. And again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hella shameless, necklace on me decorated. All this got me feeling jaded. Hold up, I'll be waiting. Bad thing on my radar. Told me that I'm in a playlist. Flower bomb, she a lotus. I be thinking that I'm famous. I remember when I prayed for this. No sleep, cause I'm anxious.